Good morning, students. Let's continue our chapter Birth. The Birth is a story of Dr. Andrew Manson, who has just completed his practice in medical science under the supervision of Dr. Edward Pace. And now he is going to face one of the most important and memorable case of his life. That is the case the doctor Andrew Manson is going to face the delivery case of Joe Morgan's wife because the critical situation of his wife and the would be child will be very challenging to Dr. Andrew Manson. Students, let's continue our chapter. This is page 66 and we are almost at the third paragraph. Andrew smiled. Faintly, he saw that the old woman, wise in experience, realized there must be a period of waiting that. She was afraid he would leave the case, saying he would return later. Don't fret, mother. I will not run away. The grandmother, it means the lady who was expecting to be the grandmother very soon. She is very clever, having experienced that her daughter-in-law have some time to deliver a child. That is why he just want to offer a cup of tea or coffee to Mr. Andrew so that he could have a proper time. Down in the kitchen, he drank the tea which she gave him. Overwrought as he was, he knew he could not snatch even an hour's sleep if he went home. There was not so much time in deliver the child. Andrew, he was not willing to go back to his home because he was expecting the child so soon. He knew too that the case here would demand all his attention. A queer lethargy of spirit came upon him. He decided to remain until everything was over. Andrew, who was lost in his all thought because this evening he has got a breakup with his girlfriend, Christine. Just he was trying to overcome all his type of disappointment in his relationship. An hour later, he went upstairs again, noted the progress made, came down once more, sat by the kitchen fire. It was still, except for the rustle of a cinder in the grate and a slow tick tock of the wall clock. No, there was another sound, the beat of Morgan's footstep. Morgan, who was expecting to be a father after 20 years of his long period of marriage. He paced in the street outside. The old woman opposite him sat in her black dress, quite motionless, her eyes strangely alive, wise, probing, never leaving his face. The only hope for such a cold and dark night, it was Mr. Andrew Manson. The doctor was there. His thoughts were heavy, muddled, it means confused. The episode he had witnessed a Cardiff station still obsessed him. The morbidly he thought of the Bramwell, foolishly devoted to a woman who deceived him sordidly, of the Edward Pace. What he was thinking about, students? He was thinking about the failure in his relationship. He had just failed in his relationship with Christine, and now he is just trying to console himself by giving so many examples that related to him as a friend circle or a relative. They got already failure in their marriage relationship with a lady bound to the shrewish blood vein of Denny, living unhappy apart from his wife. His reason told him that all these marriages were dismal failure. It was a conclusion which, in his present state, made him wince. He wished to consider marriage as an idyllic state. Yes, he could not otherwise consider it with the image of Christine before him. Her eyes, shining towards him, admitted no other conclusion. It was the conflict between his level. What kind of conflict he was facing at that time? He was facing the conflict both in his spirit, mind, soul, and everything. and doubting mind and his overflowing heart. The heart was flowing with so much emotions, which left him resentful and confused. He let his chin sink upon his chest, stretched out his legs, stared broodingly into the fire. The fire it was there because too much cold outside. He remained like this so long, and his thoughts were so filled with Christine that he started when the old woman opposite suddenly addressed him. Her meditation had pursued a different course. Meditation, it means to say, students, his own thinking and thought of the situation he was facing at that time. The lost relationship with Christine, that was his drawback. And at this condition, he was not feeling well in his mental condition because of his failure. But this time, he is just making himself prepare to face a delivery case of the wife of Mr. Joe Morgan. It will be a very challenging, and he does not know really what kind of challenge he is going to face now. Student, but you will really find out the reason, the strength, the determination, the hard work, the spirit of the doctor. How could be he able to revive a child even the midwife declared him dead? So let's continue our chapter tomorrow. Till then, you have to revise till now. Goodbye, students, and good day.